Hello everyone and welcome back to Naomi's Bookshelf. Today I'm going to announce the Little House Readathon. I am so honored to be asked by Elizabeth from Lizzie Faye Loves Books to co-host this readathon this year. It takes place from February 7th to February 10th. Those are the dates that Laura Ingalls Wilder was born and died, and those are really great for a 3-day readathon. So last year, Elizabeth made a readathon, a short one, dedicated to reading books about Laura Ingalls Wilder or by Laura Ingalls Wilder, anything related to her and her family. So that is going to happen again this year. I have here some of the books that were written by her. I don't have them all. I'm trying to collect them slowly as much as I can find them. And I have read them all. Recommend reading any of these for this readathon, but this is not my TBR. I will share that in a moment. So we do have a group book for this. It's very loosely connected. You can easily find it on Kindle if you would like to read it with us. It is called Young Pioneers, or Let the Hurricane Roar, I believe. And this was written by Rose Wilder. It's a very short book. I think it's about 100 pages. And it was written about Charles and Caroline, but very fictionalized, and then the names were changed. So even though it has different titles and different main character names, it is the same book exactly. So if you'd like to read it with us, please do. I personally don't have my copy yet, and I might not get my physical copy in time, but if I do, I'll be reading the e-copy, and that is easily available on Kindle. So Elizabeth does have a Goodreads group where there are threads in there dedicated to the Little House Readathon. So you can read books that are nonfiction or fiction and look at there. It is the Lizzie Faye Comfy Corner if you'd like to go check it out. I will link it down below as well if you'd like to go look at it directly. And we will be discussing it there, but we will also have a live stream on the 15th at 1 o'clock PST for me and 4 p.m. EST for her. So if you'd like to join us, please do for the live stream, and we will hopefully see you there. The last thing to tell you is that we would like to do a read-along of all of the Little House books. So this would include Martha, Charlotte, Caroline, Laura, and Rose. The problem is, though, is that the first 3 generations are out of print. So we would like it if you and anyone else who is interested would email the publisher asking to have these books reprinted or republished. This could be an e-copy or republished in normal form, so we could read them as a big community again. If you do email the publisher, please highlight the fact that you would like the Little House series in its entirety to be republished or printed in ebook form. This would be including, and please state this, the Charlotte years, the Caroline years, the Martha years, the Rose years, and the Laura years. That way we can have all of them ready and available to anyone who wants to read from this book group. There is no guarantee the publisher will republish these books, but we can't do it on our own, and please help us with this in a little way by just sending an email out and asking for them to be republished. Every email helps, and it might change their minds. So please send a quick email asking for them to republish these books, and that way we can do it. I personally looked up the cost of these books used, and some of them individually were over $200, and that's insane when you're trying to read a book that was published less than 20 years ago. So please email the publisher. So in regards to the TBR, I have 2 books on this TBR. It is a 3-day readathon, and I would like to read, obviously, Young Pioneers. That will be a top priority. But I also got this book a long time ago as a birthday present, and I never read it, and that would be Pioneer Girl by Laura Ingalls Wilder. So this is an annotated autobiography of hers. It's super big, and it's a coffee book style, and it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, but I would like to definitely start Pioneer Girl and work my way through her interesting work and see what her life was like through her eyes. I don't know how much of this is actuality or how much of this she didn't want to share. I would also just like to know how much of her life was actually true, because I do know that the books are historical fiction. So that will be interesting. I also would recommend, if you're looking for another nonfiction book, I would check out Prairie Fires by Carolyn Fraser. It is a chunky one. It is like 400 pages of nonfiction, but a very good read in regards to the Wilder family and specifically Laura as she goes from childhood to death. It's an incredible book and I highly recommend that for nonfiction. So I hope to see you there for the Little House Readathon. Please join us. We'd love to spend a few days just loving on Laura Ingalls Wilder and rekindling our love for her. We'd also love to see you at the live show where we'll talk about all things Laura, not just Young Pioneers, but we will talk about Young Pioneers as well, I'm sure. And we'll see you there. Bye for now.